Hey guys, Indiana Smith here, and as you can see, unlike my movie namesake, I am not afraid of snakes. Now, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I brought you here today to tell you about one of my favorite novels of all the ones I've written. This is The Redemption of Pontius Pilate. It was my second book, but it was my first attempt to take my readers back in time to the sprawling world of the ancient first century Roman Empire, the century in which the Christian faith was born. Ever since I was a kid, I've been fascinated by the Passion narrative, which is the heart of Christianity, and especially by this character of Pontius Pilate. He was the Roman prefect of Judea who sent Jesus to the cross. And it's interesting to see in the Gospels, Pilate is portrayed really quite sympathetically, especially in John's Gospel. He is a man who is being pushed and pressured and bullied into doing something he doesn't want to do. And yet the only other ancient sources we have about Pilate's life, the writings of Josephus and also a letter from Philo of Alexandria, who was a contemporary of Pilate's, they portray him as this corrupt, venal, mean-tempered governor who had no respect for the traditions of the Jews and is generally portrayed as a bit of a bully and a thug. So which version was true? Or are they both true? One rule I have as a historian is to respect the primary sources. They were a lot closer to the events than we were. So I did both the Gospels and the ancient Jewish sources the credit that they were telling the truth about Pilate as they saw him. And I tried to create a personality that could be all of those things at once. A man who could be seen as corrupt, venal, cruel, even brutal, and at the same time, the conscientious, troubled figure of the Gospels who didn't want to send an innocent man to the cross. As I did my primary resource searches, I discovered that really there wasn't a lot to go on. All we know of Pilate's life are the 10 years that he was governor of Judea. We don't know how he got there, and we don't know what happened to him afterwards. So I created a backstory for him, weaving him into the events of the first century Roman Empire, particularly the time of the emperors Augustus and Tiberius. And then for the post-Judea narrative, there's three ancient traditions. Eusebius, the first church historian, says that Pilate fell on his sword when he was recalled to Rome to stand trial for his corruption as governor. On the other hand, an early ancient source says that Pilate went mad, washing his hands over and over again like Lady Macbeth, unable to remove the stain of the blood of Jesus. And then the Ethiopian Orthodox Church preserves a tradition that Pilate became a Christian, that he was martyred for his faith during the reign of the Emperor Caligula. We don't know which version is true, but I knew which version made for the best story. And so this is a story of history, a story of faith, and in the end, it is a story of redemption because none of us are so stained with sin that we're beyond the reach of God's grace. That's what the redemption of Pontius Pilate is all about. It's a historical novel that anyone who loves ancient Rome can enjoy, but it is also a story of Christianity that believers everywhere should be able to appreciate. So I hope you'll order it. You can get it at Amazon, Barnes & Noble. You can order it from my website, www.lewisbensmith.com, or directly from my publisher, Aletio Publishing. So check out The Redemption of Pontius Pilate and drop online and give me a review. Let me know what you thought. I know you'll enjoy the story. Thanks.